Welcome to the channel, friends. My name is Franco, and today on the Homestead, I'll be sharing with you some routine maintenance I'll be carrying out on the Kubota excavator. I also be taking care of my F-250 truck in a separate video if you'd like to check that out. But today, the Kubota is going to need an oil and filter change, as well as a replacement fuel filter. So if this is something that's going to interest you, stay tuned. Alright, so here she is. This is my KX121-3 Super Series machine. It is a 10,000 pound excavator. It has a 2.3 liter diesel engine, I believe. I could be wrong on that. It could be 2.4. I think it's somewhere around there. It's in the low twos. But anyways, this is the machine I'll be taking care of today. We'll be doing the oil and filter change, and we'll be changing out the fuel filter as well. So as you can see, she's outfitted right now with the ripper tooth, and she got the hydraulic thumb on there. This machine I got here to do work on the Homestead. It's a great machine. It does exactly what I need. Back here I've been pulling up stumps, pulling boulders, clearing the land for a detached garage that I'm going to put here someday. I'll be doing some more work here in the next couple of weeks. Pulling more stumps, grading that area, relocating all those boulders and stones because I want to keep them. I have a ton of work coming up, so you're going to see more videos with the machine and what I'm doing back here. But right now we're going to focus on getting this machine up and running. We're going to do the oil change, change out the filter, which is right here, and change out the fuel filter, which is right here. So the first thing I need to do now is just to drain the oil and start the whole process. I think I'm going to need a breaker bar for this. Yep, I'm gonna need a breaker bar. That's on there good. Alright, I'm back with the reinforcements. This should do it. There we go. Yeah, that was on there pretty damn tight. Alright, so I just removed the oil cap. That way I can get some airflow. Take her out nice and slow. Oh, that's a lot of oil. Alright, so I'm going to let it drain for about 10 minutes, let it get all the oil out of it, and then we'll go ahead and remove the filter. That looked like some super black oil, very hydrocarbon rich oil. I'm not sure when the last oil change was on this machine, because I am the second owner, but we are changing the oil now, so that's all that matters. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up the receiving end of this oil filter that sits on the engine block. So I went ahead and lubed up the gasket and the threads on the oil filter. Typically, if this was in the upright orientation like this, I would fill it with oil and then install it like I just did on my truck. But since this one sits horizontally, just like so, on the engine block, so I'm just going to install it dry, and then upon startup, it's just going to fill up and lubricate the engine. Thread it on by hand. I'm just going to tighten it up by hand, both hands. I'm not going to use a wrench. It doesn't need to be that tight. All right, there we go. All right, that's good and tight. So this machine takes 9 quarts of oil. That's quite a bit of oil. That's almost as close as my Corvette, which takes 10.5 quarts in the dry sump system. So this is almost as much. It's quite a bit of oil when it comes to a small engine like this. This is only like I said, either 2.3 or 2.4 liter Kubota diesel. But it sure takes a lot of oil. So my plan is to put in half the amount of capacity of oil in here, then go ahead and check the drain plug to make sure it's not leaking, because I am reusing the copper crush washer on the oil pan. But first I'm gonna finish off this gallon. That way I build up some head pressure in the crankcase. That way I can see if there's a leak. All right, so I double checked that there was no leakage occurring at the drain bolt because I'm reusing the crush washer. So then I went ahead and topped off the oil in the engine, and it took about 8 quarts. It didn't take the full 9 quarts. So there must be a quart in there somehow, still in the engine somewhere. Okay, same thing with my truck. I just did that, and you know, Ford recommends 7 quarts, but I actually, to top it off, to bring it, you know, say a 1/4 inch from the full line on the dipstick, it took 6 quarts, okay? So, not the full capacity. That's why you want to really be measuring out how much oil you put when you do your oil changes, because you don't want to have too much oil in there and stop blowing all your gaskets because of excessive head pressure and you know, crankcase pressure, things like that, valve case pressure, you know, and stop blowing all your seals. So, that's all taken care of, topped off the oil, and now it's time to replace the fuel filter. Okay, so I went ahead and I filled up this brand new fuel filter with diesel fuel already. That way it's all prepared and ready to go. And now all I have to do is take this old one out and replace it with the new. So the reason why I fill it up with diesel fuel is because you want to prime the filter. You don't want to have all that excess of air as the fuel pump is pumping through. It's just easier on the system and easier on startup. So if you leave it dry, it's not the end of the world. You know, you just have to let the fuel pump cycle for a little bit. In this machine, all you have to do is turn the machine on, not starting the machine, but just to the ignition setting where you start hearing the fuel pump, and you would have to purge the system and just run the system for like a minute or two, and then it would eventually work its way through. But if you don't want to have any air bubbles in your fuel system, I recommend doing it this way. Fill up your filters with the fuel. You know, if you're doing the oil change, fill it up with oil. That way there's not a dry spot in the system upon startup. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this filter now and replace it. Alright, I better shut this off just in case. I don't want it to backfeed on me. Alright, so there's the old fuel filter. Doesn't look too bad. But I'm going to replace it anyways because I don't know when the last time was when this thing was changed. So the machine has 1,300 hours on it. And I just want to make sure and change all the basic filters right off the bat before I start with the season here, doing some work clearing the land here. Now it's time to install the brand new filter. Just make sure that gasket is nice and lubricated. Actually, before I do that, I want to go ahead and clean the surface here. All right, so that takes care of that. All the basic filters are done. And now I can have peace of mind when I'm out digging, pulling stumps and moving around these boulders that I know the machine is all good to go and nice and lubricated. All right, I think that's a wrap, guys. Truck is all set. Excavator's all set. Well, guys, that's it for today. I'm really happy I got everything accomplished. And if you have any questions or comments, please place them down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.